everybody, I am Anjindra. This is Terminus Arcade. So I have an advanced Steam key for what looks like a side-scroller. We're checking it out. Guns of Midnight. We've been going retro arcade, so this is right up our alley right now. I'm thinking it's gonna play arcade. I mean, obviously if it's a side-scroller. Pretty kickin' soundtrack. Sergeant, Linda Bomb, get the hell out of there. The Syndicate is closing in on your location. I think Syndicate gets a capital S. We're all set here, Commander. The place will be a wasteland by midnight. I actually have a book by a similar name. Okay, so I can jump over them. Where's my firing button? This is always a fun part. Alright. At no point does the mouse help me. Here we go. Oh, okay. This is gonna take a couple tries through. Which I'm fine with. I don't embarrass generally while baiting. Okay, Sergeant, plant the bomb, get the hell out of there. Syndicate is closing in on your location. Whether or not they mean the criminal syndicate, if they mean the criminal syndicate in America, that's capital S. We'll say here, Commander, this place will be a wasteland by midnight. Yeah, I have a book that's coming out. It's actually Strike at Sunrise, Tequila at Dusk, so definitely thought of that. Okay, so we have up, no down, left, right, shoot, no alternate, jump, and we have bombs. I almost blew myself up. Alright. We can rock and roll here. Alright, coins should come in as a bonus. Good soundtrack, kinda. I want to say the actual good Terminator era. So, oh crap, on a crap cracker. Well, that just happened. B. E. Fairly good instructional interface. I do wish it would pop up. You know how that just popped up my options? If it would pop that up for firing and whatnot, that would be handy. Even if it just popped the letters up, I feel like that's normal enough throughout, you know, what I've seen so far, that you can just, you know, pop up control, fire, etc. Maybe not, your call. Okay, those explode. This one is B. E. Okay, so it's a button. It's not that I'm slow, it's that I'm looking at really weird things. Okay, will he adjust? Plasma kills you immediately. Will he adjust his aim? Yes, yes, we know these things. Berets signify infantry in military personnel, just as a heads up. Obviously, night vision goggles are universal, but uniform always signals something, and it signals infantry. It's why special forces, in fact, every special forces unit, barring, to the extent of my knowledge, the Army Rangers, actually wears a beret to signal that they are an infantry unit. The running joke is tanks. So just kind of a tidbit there. You are signaling by having the guy wear a beret, not necessarily that they're special forces, alternately that they're infantry. So it was made for tanks because climbing in and out they needed a headwear that would wick sweat and not move on their head. So hence infantry and tanks. Obviously special forces doesn't go riding around on tanks, but coins are aesthetic. Color scheme is interesting. Sort of that neo-feud, either Asian or, I want to say Eurasian, just so that people get the picture. Russian, not so much Ukrainian, occasionally Polish. It drifts into the Eastern Bloc, but it really is largely. Japan uses it with neons, Russia uses it in a color scheme, and you'll see it with these dice topic pastels and whatnot. I think that people just got it in their heads during the Cold War that was Cold War coloring. because that was our main quote-unquote opponent. And it was everything from playful to not spy versus spy, Boris and Natasha, to like just full on, some people just hated the Soviets. So, depending on where you were in that is either bloody hell. I know I'm taking hit points. Yes, we know these things. Thankfully this is not a cutscene, so this is not the end of the world to sit through. In fact, I'll actually feel a sense of accomplishment when I get to the next conversational piece, and the fact that it has a little bit of pop. I have a time limit, and that still goes down like that, where I have a mini conversation. It's actually a driving force, so 2 thumbs there. Nice use of space with the pipes. Like I said, I'm missing a lot, and I'm aware of that. Part of that is because I am looking at really weird things. What does this button do? I really want to say it does nothing, but I feel like, oh, okay, that's those doors. Coins are aesthetic. They're kind of bothering me. That's just a thing that I can't do anything with, which is fine. It's a side-scroller. It's supposed to have, you know, X amount of esoteric stuff lying around that you can jump on and so on, just to give different angles during combat. I really want those like crosses and the squares and whatnot to be symbolic, but can I shoot off screen and get this guy? Oh, I can. Okay, so that's handy. That is technically tactics and not cheating. Just as a heads up. Okay, so the rockets do adjust. That's good to know. Right into the plasma. Good end screen, very arcade, but again, Terminator era drops you into that sort of... Now, interesting fact about the arcade Terminator era was their programmers actually literally had nightmares, and it was post-apocalyptic triggers that they were kind of trying to work out in their personal lives and beyond, where I gotta pay a little bit more attention because I'm kind of bombing out here. But, where, for instance, the guy who invented, what was that Atari game where, shit, that one hit me, where, Missile Command, that's what it was. Do I have ammo? I don't. I should worry less. Okay, so I can just drop him straight off. Which is good, because I got a rocket launcher. Those are fun. People usually actually hold them backwards off the drop. Another fun fact. So kind of learning to navigate here. Again, this is not cheating. This is interface and knowing how to work with it. I'm sure those 2 barrels were put there specifically for that reason. So there's a certain amount of timing and then a certain amount of... I work in cellular, and they actually hired guys where they would give them phones and they would tell them, do anything you can think of to them, anything at all. Throw them when you get angry, and so on and so on. I wonder if there's something that I can do to get those. Or if they're just... I actually enjoy the thought of a like, if you can't attain a goal, I think that's a plus, as long as the goal is small. Major hang-ups and whatnot, I always thought were programmers having a god complex. But I'm gonna go right in the plasma. Insofar as, like in the Dragonlance series, when they were down in, I want to say Pax Sarkis, but I can't remember. It was right after they pick up Gold Moon again and are getting ready for a big fight. One of the Kinderkin, what was his name, finds a pillar, and he's never able to climb up it, and apparently it's from, they actually played, that was a module that their Dungeon Master made up, and Raceland was one of the guys who would whisper during it and so on, and it brought a veracity to the characters that Weiss and Hickman actually decided to write a book series about it. But anyways, so the Kinderkin, it begins with a T. He went through and he couldn't climb to the top of the pillar, and apparently during the module his character just missed the roll like 8,000 times and they moved on. So it was just a case that, you know, it was mentioned in the story and then nobody knew it was on top of it. I guess there was an orb or something up there, you know. So doesn't even have to be an Easter egg. just handy stuff. So this is how you use cover. This is different from an FPS obs, but the control mechanisms on the bad guys and etc. I'm shooting over his head consistently. So a lot of hand-eye coordination, again, to be expected from a side-scroller and done fairly well. Not setting back the gameplay any. You have a chance to enjoy the color scheme once you get the rhythm of it. Excellent use of space with the pipes and whatnot. Good use of blocking for fighting. The drop is interesting. Providing me with Pitfall vibes, Donkey Kong even, maybe a little Sonic that may or may not have been deliberate. I don't know if I can fire at an angle. Seems unfair given that my enemies can, but who am I to complain? I really hate firing on the way down, and I don't know why this is bothering me so much. Oh! You and the horse you rode in on. Oh, okay, you're bad guys. That's bad. That's bad news. That's bad for our team. Health packs. Not sure if you have them. If you did, that would be awesome. Again, the blocking is handy. Fudge monkeys. I have to go back across here, don't I? Okay, so how can I expediently waste my enemies here? An issue. What is blocking that? Is that a pipe blocking that, or is it my aim just really that bad? Okay, that is a pipe blocking that. So. Oh, health pack. Okay. Inside the chest. Got it. Okay, cool. Easter egg. Definitely on an Easter egg level, too. They're sporadic at the beginning. When you start to want to complain about them, it becomes evident that you missed something. So, good on there. Oh, staticus. Oh, okay. That control button also fires. It's like, why wouldn't it? Getting a little bit heated here as far as blocking goes. Just fight blocking, you know. Like, where can I go to kill things, etc. Don't let them psych you out. And I'm dead. We'll do one more run now that I know that those are health bonuses and see if I can get further in the board. I'd like to hit the next checkpoint. I try not to go longer than 10 minutes on the video. Is a major criteria. Timer not particularly affecting me. Again, that's just me. Very used to Dice-topias, learned young to ignore the timers. Alright, so we have a well-placed, whatever the heck that thing is, to let me know that they're explodable. We have a well-placed health bonus that I miss off the drop. Some blocking to give me cover while I get used to the controls. Good color scheme. I don't get the coins, but that might just be me. I understand that they add depth to it. Like, I definitely get that. Very much understand what that is. As far as design goes, design without functionality always throws me in a game. So, you do see it, it's very prevalent. So, it's not even necessarily a critique, I just don't get them. Obviously, I'm not speedrunning this. Wait, what? Oh, I have like hours to do this. It's like, hold on. Speaking of that, aren't I on a time limit? Let's go heal up here. That'll help. Did I get hit by that? Kind of ironic. Explosion hurting you. So you get your health back. Can I trip you guys? No? Oh, okay, now I can. Well, thank you. I'm excited. Right in the pit. Okay. So far, so cool. I definitely need to get in better, like with the timing. The jump height and the slide movement back and forth is extremely consistent. It is a slide movement, which feels like a joystick. So it's not a critique at all. Everybody's different. But since everyone is different, when you play arcade on a computer, you have to adjust your body to how the arrow keys move every single time. So, good game. 2 thumbs up as far as like, is it what it wants to be so far? So, definitely recommend at least checking it out. It's in beta, so you won't see it for a little bit, but I said, really, really interesting, cute, fun. Might have one of those 1980s sort of plot lines that would be cool to play out. So I'm Anjindra, this is what to play next. We find everything is awesome in gaming, so smash the subscribe button and get more.